Hello kids, how are you all? I hope you are all very safe in this quarantine condition. Welcome you all to a new academic session in your 6th standard. We are going to have your session in physics now. In physics, the first lesson is measurement. So we are going to have just an introductory class now, right? First, the lesson what we are going to see is about measurement. Measurement means the process of finding the value of any structure of things, right? So for example, what is the length of your bench? What is your height? What is your weight? Like that, if you give any value for any concept, that process is called measurement. Before getting deeper into this concept, come first let us know about the definition for science. You have been learning science from your lower classes, right? So what is the meaning for science? What is the concept behind science? That is what first we are going to learn. In your book, the definition has been given in highlighted bold letters. Mark it. Okay. So I have given that points as hints. Right. Now it is the systematic study of nature and things around us through observations, experimentations, interpretations, and finally ending at conclusion. Right? Okay, let us go by one. It is a systematic study. That means what? It follows a proper structure. When we study science, we start from the beginning and end with that particular concept's end. For example, if it is raining, right? Just we see out it is raining, just like that we cannot say in science. What is the reason for rain now? What is it, the season to rain, or suddenly is it raining? What is the temperature? How is it possible in what are all the areas where there is rain? All those process we have start from the starting process and we have to conclude at the last point. So that systematic study is called as science, right? Now how the systematic study will be done? It will be done through these processes. They are called observations, experimentations, interpretations. Say the word, children. Interpretations and conclusion. I will say one example. Right? If you are watching a lesson through your phone, right? If you download any app in your phone, right? First, what we will do, we will first observe how the app works. When someone is working with that app, we will observe how that app works, how we have to do works with that app. First, we will observe. Or if anyone is saying about that app, we will observe what others say. That is your first part. After observing, what we will do, we will download it in our phone and we will experiment it. Okay, how is that working? We will apply our activities in that app and we will find out the ways to work out. Right? Then what we will do, when we do it in the first time, then we will interpret, oh, this app is working like this. We can do this works and all in this app. These works we cannot work. So all these knowledge we will get. That knowledge we are getting, that is called interpretation. Okay, we observed, we experimented, we interpreted. After that, what we will do, we will come to a conclusion. Okay, this app, this is what we can do. After this, we can go with further thing. So we started with observation, ended with conclusion. So these are the systematic study. Okay, if this is not understandable, another example I can give you now. If you are there learning the process of cooking, okay, for example, if you want to make rasam, right, what you will do first? First you will watch your parent what you are making that rasam, right? First you will observe. Okay, and adding all the other ingredients, in what ratio they are adding, how they are mixing it, right? How they are starting the cooking process. Finally, at what stage we have to end the work. All those things you will just watch. That is called observation. Then what you will do? You will start to do one day. That is called experimentation. Do you think that at the first time itself you will get a very, what is that, very super tastier recipe? You won't get it. What you will do this time, this mistake we have done. Let us correct it next time. Let us do it in a different way. Okay, you will experiment. Right, while doing like this, you will get many ideas. Okay, in this ratio, if you add pepper, it will be very spicy. What we have to do next time? Like this, you will interpret so many ideas. And finally, you will come to this is how we are going to prepare rasam. This is what you have to do. So this is your conclusion process. Okay, so this is how we are going to define science. It is a systematic study of nature and natural things around us, obtained through observation, come on, experimentation, then third one, interpretation, and finally we will end with conclusion. Clear, children? Note it down. Right. Now, this is the technical definition I am going to learn this year. Next, ultimately in one word, what is science? It is the total collection of knowledge. That knowledge will not be obtained just like that. It will be obtained through our experiences. Right? If fan is in your childhood, if you see the fan, it will be rotating. You cannot understand why the fan is rotating and how it is rotating. As you grow, what you will think? When the switch is switched on, the fan will rotate. Okay, in that small age. When you grow up, why the fan should rotate when we switch on? What is the process inside? So over the years, you will get so many experiences. Science is what all this total collection of knowledge you get through your experiences. Clear, children? Now, in simple one line, science is explained as it is what and how of a concept. Okay. For example, if it is going to be power cut in your house, how the power is made to be cut? What are the process behind power cut? And if there is a power cut, how the current is stored in an inverter? So if you will get so many questions, right? If it is sweating now, what makes our body to sweat? And how we get that feel of sweat? So that process will come with science. So generally, science will answer the question what and how. For any process around you, you put the questions what and how. The answer for it is called as science. Okay? And in your book it is told as it will not answer the question why. Okay? Because this is the basic answer, or it will not have that much importance when compared with these questions. The concept why, it doesn't include why. You will get it in your higher classes. Clear, children? Right. Science is what tells about the what and how of a concept. Okay. So these 3 points which will come under the questions, definitions of science. Okay. So this thing is over. Now we have to come to branches of science. We have numerous branches of science, children. Wherever we turn around in this world, it is full of science. Right? Take your room. Fan is working. It is electricity. Right? Go on a train. It works on the process of magnetism. Right? Then what is that? In your cooking, it is basically a chemistry. Right? So wherever you go, starting from the start of the day till the end of the day, it is completely science. The science is completely divided into so many branches. You have innumerous branches. In that, general branches are, you know it very well, physics, chemistry and biology. Physics, chemistry, biology. Physics is what we are going to see next. Chemistry is about, it is not the word you hear in your reality shows and TV, right? Chemistry is nothing but the chemical reactions, right? So in detail you will learn in your further classes. And biology is divided into two categories. What are they? Botany and zoology. Botany and zoology. Right. I'll write now and explain it one concept. What are the concepts? Botany and zoology. This word, no children, logy. It means that one particular word. This means study. S-T-U-D-Y. Any study. Geology we say. It is the study of rocks. Right? So any word which ends with logy means it is a study. Right? Now zoo means, don't say it is a place where animals and all will be kept. Of course it is correct. But by language, that zoo refers to animals. Right? By literature, zoo refers to animals. Study of animals is called zoology. And botany is study of plants. Don't ask me, ma'am, there is no logic here. How it will be a study? Only for certain words this logic will come. Okay? So different combination of words will come. So botany means study of plants. Zoology means study of animals. So whatever branches of science, it will come under in this four categories. What are they? Physics, chemistry, botany, zoology. And botany and zoology combined to get biology. Bio. See, biology. Bio means life. Anything which have life. Study about living things is called biology. It is divided into two types. Study of plants is called botany. Study of animals is called zoology. So clear, children, branches of science? Okay, now let's move into branches of physics. Okay, science has numerous branches. In that, one of the branches physics. And you cannot imagine, children, the basic science, the root science is physics. It studies about matter and energy. What is matter? Anything, any substance. If it occupies space, right, that is called as matter. You had learned in your 5th standard or 4th standard, what is the 3 stages of matter? What are they? Solid, liquid and gas. And that substances will possess some energy. Right? So in the science which deals about these two is called as physics. Not only these two, and there will be some relationship between these two factors. That also is called physics. So it is the study of matter and energy and relationship between those. Okay? There are so many branches under it, children. Atomic physics. It studies about smallest structure of a substance, which is called as atom. And we have nuclear physics. We have electricity and magnetism, optics, acoustics. So it goes on the list. Day by day it will increase. Okay. So that is your homework now. You have to list out the modern branches of physics. Start from the older time physics to the recent new developmental physics. That is your work. You have to Google it and find it. Okay, children. So you have to allot one separate notebook for physics. Divide it into two parts. First part you have to allot for the notes. That notes to be taken while I am teaching. Second part you have to note down the questions what I am giving. Okay, for that you have to find the answers. Okay, now take down the questions. Give the definitions of science. So these 3 points you have to combine and write. Then list out the branches of science. List out the branches of science. Then list out the branches of physics. Next question. Fill in the blanks. Physics explains about relationship between relationship between dash and dash. Then this, if you want, you can add. Biology studies about dash and dash. Okay, prepare the answers for these questions so that we will be ready with the next class. Thank you, children. Hello children, I hope you have seen your previous video. I hope you have answered the questions what we had discussed in the previous class. So with that knowledge, now let us move into the next part of your lesson, which will explain about the definition of physics and fundamental forces. To learn about the fundamental forces, you need to know some extra concepts that are not given in your book. So you have to know that also. So I have included that. So these are the concepts you are going to learn now, right? First, let us move into the definition of physics. This word is a Greek word. Okay, this word is derived from a Greek word called physis, which later got translated into English as physics. That Greek word physis means nature. So in your previous class I said physics means study of nature. So now this is the root word, right? This physis means what? Nature. And in the previous class I said you, physics mainly deals about matter and energy, right? So now we are moving into two more concepts. It explains about measurements and the laws. You may not know what is this word, laws. It is not, you think LOSS. Don't confuse with that spelling. This is LAWS. Okay. This laws means, how we can say, it is a general truth of our nature and the process in the nature. General truth means what? We say in a very simple we say, sun rises in the east. Like that, so many scientists in science have given some statements which are checked by so many other scientists, and it is given as a universal truth. And that statements are called as laws. There are so many laws, children. Very simple. You would have heard about these statements. No, for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. So that statement is Newton's third law, right? So this is just a simple example. You have numerous laws in your physics book, so that you will enjoy in your future classes, right? Now physics is a study of matter, energy, measurements and laws. Right? Okay, now we are coming into the other concept, miracles of physics. This is just a theoretical concept, children. Miracle means what? What is that? Astonishing, surprising happenings of our life. This physics will create so many miracles in our life. Not by giving that mantra, that abra-dabra like that and all. What is this? In the earlier days you would have heard your grandmas. They would have said they used to grind chutney in our traditional devices called by ammi like that, no. But nowadays how we are doing it? Using mixie, grinders like that it is going on. Right? Now we have phone in our house, in our hands, capturing every videos, and you are all seeing classes in house itself, enjoyingly seeing the videos. Right? So this, whatever it is, the root for all these miracles, all these technological advancements is physics. Right? Starting from the start of the day till the end of the day. You will switch on your AC to sleep. Right? So that AC is a discovery and invention of physics. So whatever may be the principles of physics, if it is applied in our life, it will create miracles. So that discoveries part and all we have to discuss under this concept. So you have to learn, there are 5 paragraphs given under this content. We need not to go write all those points, just get a gist of that paragraphs. Okay. Right. Now, I said to know about the fundamental forces, you have to know structure of atom. Right. Every object on our earth or every object throughout this universe, right, the basic structure is called atom. For example, you have one small chalk piece here. This itself is very small. When I break this chalk piece into smaller part, the last part which we cannot see through our eyes is called as atom. Okay. That part in center, inside it will contain one central part called nucleus. Know the terms, children? What is this part? The basic last part is called as atom. And the central part of the atom is called nucleus. And the physics deals with this atom is called atomic physics. And physics dealing with this nucleus is called nuclear physics. This you will learn in your higher classes, children. Right. This atom in center, what did I say? It contains nucleus. Around the nucleus there will be some part, some root. That root is called orbit. Say the spelling O-R-B-I-T. Right? There will be so many orbits here. On that orbits only, one particle. Right? Now the members of the atoms are coming now. Right? One particle called electrons. Say the word electrons. E-L-E-C-T-R-O-N. The electrons will be revolving in the orbit. Okay, electrons will be revolving. There are two other particles are there. They will be inside the nucleus. They are called protons and neutrons. Say the word protons and neutrons. Okay, atom central part is called nucleus. The rotating particle on the orbits are called electrons. The members of the nucleus are called protons and neutrons. As of now, you know just this, children. There are detailed concepts available in this which you will learn in your higher classes. Now come to this. Fundamental forces. Force means you would have learned in your lower classes, right? The push or pull we apply on a body is called as force, right? That force are divided into 4 types. First one is called gravitational force. Gravitational force. Second one, electromagnetic force. Electromagnetic force. Third one, strong nuclear force. Fourth one is weak nuclear force. Okay, so now what are the 4 forces? Gravitational force, electromagnetic force, strong nuclear force and weak nuclear force. Now with this lead, I am stopping this session. With this, we have to learn these 4 forces in detail in the next class. So recap all the points with the questions which I am going to give now. Right? Come on, take down the questions. Define physics. Then explain the structure of atom. Third question. List out the 4 forces, 4 fundamental forces in nature. Only when you know this concept, the next concept will be understandable by your children. So learn this and be ready for the next class. Thank you, children.